Hi, this is Brent Strine making a really great mocha. Because we don't have a steamer for our espresso machine, we have to use microwave. So we kind of have to prepare that first. Come here. So these are semi-sweet chocolate chips, and I usually put enough. By usually I mean the last time I did this and this time, because those are the only 2 times I've done it. Just enough to cover the bottom of the glass mug. And then I put half and half so that it covers just the chocolate chips. You can see that. You can't see the chocolate chips anymore. And then I fill the rest with whole milk till about the halfway point. Because you gotta leave room for the coffee and you gotta leave room for the foam. So for this microwave, and on the setting it's currently on, 1 minute and 45 seconds. And then I can get started on the coffee. Coffee I already ground. I'm over here. I already ground the coffee, so I'm putting it into the shot thing. Shot holder. Fill it up to the top. And even it down a little bit. Now, our espresso machine tamps automatically when you close it up. So I tamp it before I put in the secret special ingredients. So I've tamped it so it's all flat and hard like that. Now these are the real trick. Molasses and olive oil. We're going to put about 2 teaspoons worth of each. Maybe more like a half of a tablespoon. I have no idea what the difference between those two is.
They're the same.
Anyways, a dab about that large on the shot. And then I just pour the olive oil right over that so that it covers about the same area. And it sounds like our milk is done. Alright. Okay. Again, because we don't have a steamer, there's no way to make bubbles except with
Froth.
bubbles or froth, except with this thingy. It's like, it's for mixing drinks, basically. And it's pretty loud, but it makes okay froth. looks like it's almost full to the top. So before we had it only filled up like halfway full. All the rest of that is just foam and froth. So that's a good amount of foam and froth. Now that we have the milk completely ready, now we can start our shot. And I usually do about 30 Austin seconds because Austin seconds are a little bit shorter than normal seconds. Generally you would want like a 24 to 27 second shot. So here we go. Waiting for the pressure to build up, and the pressure's built up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Now look at that crema right there. That is really good crema. You don't find that at Starbucks.
No, you don't, Al.
Just pour it in. Doesn't look as good, but tastes excellent. Here, Daddy, now you drink it. It's for you.
What I would do is get a cloth.
Well, I'm going to post this entire video as it is. Don't spill the foam.
Get the big bubbles out.
You can't say before you taste it.
That's probably one of the best mochas I've ever had. Seriously.
And there you have it. Hey, now you hold this. Now the reason why it was so good is for main things. Okay, so concepts that are important to know for this are emulsification and the qualities of coffee itself. Coffee beans are relatively high in oil. They also have sugars and proteins. When you grind the coffee and then put it through pressurized hot water, which is how you make an espresso, the sugars and the oils and the proteins combine together to make this froth, and that's called the crema. Now the crema is thought to be probably the most valuable, that's really the measurement of how good a shot is how much crema it has.
Creme de la creme.
Yeah. So what I realized is that if I put something like molasses that has lots of nutrients and it has flavor, and something like oil, the olive oil, which is, again, it's really healthy and has lots of flavor, I could increase the amount of crema. The problem that I've had in the past, though, is when I would put these in with the milk, they're so strong tasting that it would just taste like molasses and olive oil. But I realized that if you put it in with the shot, then the emulsification that happens because of the pressurized hot water would actually, it would mix it in perfectly with the actual flavor of the coffee, and you would end up with a sweeter, richer, more creamy kind of flavor of coffee. So that's the secret. And then the milk, it's not heated too much. Let's see, right now it's at 135. That's just about the perfect temperature. 140 is a little bit pushing it, but yeah. Yeah, I guess it was a little bit too hot, but that's 140 is generally how hot they get it in coffee shops. So anyways, if you don't ruin the milk, if you don't scald the milk, which I think actually happens like at 160, 150 or 160 degrees, then you're preserving the enzymes in the milk that are actually a natural emulsifier. So all of the emulsification that happened in here is preserved once you pour the milk into the milk. So once you pour the coffee into the milk. I don't know if I said that correctly. So as a result, if you use semi-sweet chocolate, then you don't even have to sweeten it. And plus the molasses that was put in with the shot and the olive oil, all that together equals a very excellent mocha, which I might even call an Italian mocha just because it's olive oil. And those are my secrets.
Can I drink it now?
Yes, you can.
All right.